From the ages of 12 to 16, my confidence was very hit and miss when it came to football. This is because I'd sometimes have them games where I kept the ball really well and rarely lost it, but much more often I'd have games where literally every time I got the ball, a defender would take it off me instantly. And this would happen because I didn't actually know the specific things I needed to do to keep the ball. I would just guess and do what felt right at the time, and that led me to be very inconsistent. So today I'm going to give you the 3 specific steps you need to take to never lose the ball again. First step to keeping the ball is all about your body. Being able to use our body is a massive part of football, and a lot of us weren't coached enough on how to use our body when we were younger, and we go throughout our game for years without improving this area. And using our body to keep the ball is extremely simple. We use our body as a physical barrier around the ball, and that makes it much harder for defenders to get around us and tackle us. And we can actually make it impossible for a defender to tackle us when we get it spot on. Think about it from a defender's point of view. If you were trying to tackle somebody and their body was perfectly in front of the ball, how could you actually tackle them? Well, first of all, you could go around them, but as you go around them, you give them the time to simply turn and go past you. Or you could go through them, but as we know, that's going to be a foul. So very quickly, we can see how important this skill is. And all you have to do to improve this skill, now that you know about its importance, all you have to do is start doing it more in games and in training sessions. Before this video, when you didn't know that using your body was important, or you weren't consciously thinking about using your body, then of course you had no way of improving it. Getting better at shielding the ball is just one of them things that you simply can't practice by yourself. You can't start shielding a ball from an imaginary defender and get better at it. It just doesn't work like that. So in your next training session or your next game, or maybe even your next pickup match, just get better at lining your body up in between the ball and the defender. Now that your body's in the correct position, it's time to get your feet right. When protecting the ball, we want to keep it safe, and we want to keep it unpredictable for the defender. And to do this, we need to be using our furthest foot away from the defender. Once again, just like the first tip, it's just basic physics. If we keep the ball further away from the defender, it's harder for them to get it. All top strikers know this little tip. You'll have watched strikers on the telly so many times receive the ball in that side-on position where they can use that furthest foot. It's so far away from the defender, they have no chance of getting it. And then we also want to keep the ball moving so that we stay unpredictable. So you know when you watch a possession-based team, maybe like a Man City or a Barcelona, and they're constantly making short passes to each other, and it might have you thinking, why are they passing that short? Why are they doing all these passes when seemingly they look useless and they're not getting any further up the pitch? Well, the reason that they do this is that it causes the other team to react, and this is where the potential for a mistake comes in, and then they can exploit it. It also makes them a lot more unpredictable if they keep moving the ball. And we want to use this principle, but instead of it being an entire team, it's just us. When we've got the ball, we want to keep moving it and not keeping it still. When we keep a ball still, it's so easy for a defender. They don't have to react, they're not forced to do anything, and so there's no way they're going to make a mistake when they don't have to react to anything. Whereas if we're constantly moving the ball, even if it's just tiny little touches with the outside, the inside, or the sole of the foot, this causes the defender to react. And now that the defender has something to react to, the chance of him actually making a mistake goes up massively. And finally, we're going to speak about possibly the biggest hack of them all. So far, we've spoke about what you can do to keep the ball under intense pressure. And don't get me wrong, this is a massively important skill, as there are going to be times in a game where you simply have to take the ball under massive pressure. But what would make your life so much easier is being able to receive the ball not under mountains of pressure every single time. And to achieve this, we need to focus on our movement, and more specifically, the double movement. And this is a concept that's so simple, but so effective too. The idea is that you make a run one way to drag the defender away, and then exploit the space they've just left. So let's have a look at what that actually looks like on the pitch. So let's imagine that this is our centre-back on the ball here, and this is us in the midfield with another midfielder marking us. So we can make a run in behind, and that's going to cause the defender to follow us and leave that space here that we're then going to drop into, receive the ball, and we've got space. Another example, we could drop in to receive the ball, the midfielder follows again, then we spin in behind, get the ball in that area there. It could be the exact same with making a run to the left, defender follows, come to the right, receive, and of course the same with going to the left, coming to the right and receiving. If my 12-year-old self had just knew about this one simple movement, my confidence would have been so much higher, and I actually would have enjoyed my football so much more over them years. So if you're a young player like I was that felt like I did with a massive lack of confidence, then please take this double movement into your game. And that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed the video, and hopefully you can take these steps into your next training session or game. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.